You're swearing on the camera again. July the 8th, I have a welfare appointment about half an hour. I'm going to go in and see if I can get some support for what we're doing here, what I'm doing here. And we've been cleaning up, and we're starting to make some impact on the situation. And there's the TV. Hey, TV. Hi, good morning. Jonathan and David, One Earth Communications. We're trying to get through it. We're getting some people here involved in Fernie, and we've got a location that we can apparently stay at. We still can't quite do that. We need to have trust. We have to establish trust with the people. And when you first meet us, well, you know, we don't look quite the way, you know, they've been taught, you know, credibility looks. And that's part of what has to change, is you can't tell a book by its cover, and you can't tell a person by the way they look, or their sex, or their color, or any of that, you know, just irrelevant aspects. So we're here. Went into welfare this morning, met a guy, amazed that they could find people that can go along with redundant work and with a situation that they know isn't doing anybody any good. They basically know the government's corrupt, but they say that's the government we got, and you know that right now, you know, what you're talking about is you know, heaven on earth, and you know, we're living really in hell on earth. So you know, they make you sign all these forms and ask you all these questions, and I came out of there thinking maybe we should go in and ask them some questions. Do you know you're going along with the system which is collapsing, that you're aiding and abetting the crime against humanity, earth? And to all of those questions they would have to say yes, because they would do it in private, but publicly they are wanting to be, you know, I don't want to say too much, because you know, everybody else has got their say too.
Yeah.
And,
so what do you say about somebody who's looking at the impossible picture here of really bringing about change for heaven on earth? You know, what do you say to that? What do you say?
I love it. I love the. I mean, that we need a miracle. We know that. Like, our life is a miracle. And our everyday is undecided and unstructured and unplanned, and when you naturally. So what they've done is they've got a zoo type environment for people, and so they've been given a conditioning which they know, and so when you try and take them away from that, then they're frightened. They can't deal with the unknown. Whereas we can see how it can happen to them, we know as a reality. And so I'm better off where I am than, you know, any place where they are. I have no desire for what they're doing. So impossible? Nothing's impossible. Well, all of the people who stood for what was right, they got rid of them. And so throughout time, we have been conditioned into a kind of a sheep mentality. So they got people without backbone now. They don't know enough to look after themselves. So they've been trained to get the handouts from the system. And so when you meet somebody who's going along with that, but you can, I think, you can realize that they don't have any authority. You're just talking to you know, a numberless, a huge, they have any personal identity, and they're not standing up for anything. So really, they don't exist in eternal time and space. They have no life. They're the living dead. Yeah. So you either give them a new life with some backbone, or you just, you know, they're lost cause. Just let them go.
So being on the bottom, the down and out, and like, where is somebody supposed to get some support with what they're entitled to under the UN Charter? You know, a reasonable clothing.
You got to insist on it. You have to make, every person's going to have to stand up where they are and not go along with a compromise. We have a right to a true life, but we're not going to get it unless we insist on it. And the moment you insist on it, you get it right now. There's no delay in any proceedings because it comes to you immediately. It's when we copped out and into what they're doing and we co-op with this system and we're looking for our life because there's no life in what they're doing. Is that it? The night of July the 8th, we finally have reached into the piggy. And we got all these pennies here. We're rich.
Worth its weight in copper.
Well, what do you got to say, guys? You're on. What do you think about this? Money controlling the world. What is it?
I'm rich!
we fixed up a kitchen here. We're in a really nice accommodations now. We got this, whatever, contraption of some sort. And we've already had a card game on this table.
Picture of Simon's house over there.
Oh yeah, this is Simon's new house over here. He moved in today. And so there's more room in the truck. So here it is. I don't know if you can see inside. Oh yeah, there it is.